Hi, I'm Lindsay, and this is Perfectly Bookish. Let's get this out of the way really quick. So back in July, I found out I had a detached retina. I had surgery, and unfortunately the surgery did not take. Then September 11th, I had to have surgery again. Right now, I cannot see anything out of this eye. My vision is very distorted, so when this eye is not covered up, it puts a lot of strain on this eye. I can't really see where I'm going. Stuff is messed up, so when I cover this, it makes everything all the better, and that is why I have this eye patch on. I am currently recovering. I can't drive, not going anywhere. This is my domain until this is healed and better. So that is why I have this eye patch. And while I'm home recovering, I just have been watching a lot of booktube videos, and I thought, you know what, let's give this a try. So here we are. My name is Perfectly Bookish because Perfectly Bookish is my TikTok and Instagram name. I love cats, I love books. That's where we get the Perfectly Bookish. And I do have two cats, Sherman and Allie, who you will see probably roaming around these videos sometimes. So a little bit about me and my reading background. I was a very avid reader when I was a kid. My grandma and mom loved to read. I had my love of reading thanks to them. When I was a kid, I liked to read books such as The Boxcar Children and the Little Sister books, the spin-off from the Babysitter Club series. But then as I started getting into middle school, high school, I started to fall out of love with reading because you're required to read certain books that not a lot of people like, especially as young kids. And when you're forced to read something, then I just didn't have, or I wasn't in the mood to read what I really liked because I just burned myself out reading something I didn't like at all. In 2015, my friend Amanda recommended some books to me. She started reading a lot, and she recommended Cassandra Clare's Shadowhunter series books, and I can't remember if it was City of Bones or Clockwork Angel that I read first, but those were the books that I started reading, and then I kept reading the series. I was getting book recommendations from other friends, and I just fell into love with reading again. Right now, even though I have hundreds of books I could read at home, audiobooks is my choice of reading because, well, it's hard to read right now. I have always liked audiobooks, but in the summer and up to right now, thankfully there are such a thing as audiobooks because that is how I have been reading. It's too hard for me to read right now. So I'm very thankful for my library apps. There is Libby and Hoopla, two great library apps that if you've never looked into them, I would definitely look into them. Not only are there audiobooks on there, there's ebooks as well, but I'd say Libby has more of what you would find in your library, and Hoopla has more of those books that are a little more risque that you don't see in the library, but you can get them on the Hoopla app. Currently, I am listening to The Sis by Rebecca Genshak. She is a new to me author. She is going to be at a book signing that I'm going to next year, and I know she writes different sports romances, so I wanted to give her a try. Speaking of sports romances, that is probably my favorite trope to read about. I have always been a hockey fan. Yes, even before this whole big blow up of hockey romance. My first hockey game, I'm a year older than my brother, and when he was in Boy Scouts, his Boy Scout troop was going to a local minor league hockey game, and families were able to go along. And ever since then, my dad and I went to hockey games, and I met, well, when I said Amanda, her and her sister, I met Amanda in college, and they liked hockey as well. I would go to hockey games with them. So I've been going to hockey games since I was in elementary school. So I have been on the hockey train before this recent type of hockey romance books. but that is one reason why I love reading about them so much, because I really do love hockey. Another trope that I have really gotten into recently is small town romance. I just love the feel of the togetherness and how everyone is there for you, willing to help each other out, stand up for you, and I've just been loving those feels lately. So small town romance has moved up higher on my list of tropes. I also really love shifter novels. I love reading about wolves. That is one of my top ones. I don't know if Twilight had something to do with that back in the day. No, I'm just kidding. I really do love reading about animals in books, so I think just the fact that people can shift into them is extra cool. So I really love specifically wolf shifters and dragon shifters. I'm really excited for 2024 because I am going to 3 signings so far in 2024. I got a ticket to Wild and Windy in the City, which takes place in Chicago. I am going with my friends Amanda and Katie. Then in June, I am going solo for the first time to Book Bonanza. So I'm not nervous to be at the book signing and the events by myself, because even when I do go with friends, yes, we read some of the same authors, but there's also authors that we each want to see that the other person doesn't. So we go on my own, and then I talk to people in line. I'm fine with all that stuff. I'm just nervous because, like, I'm solo. I don't have my friends to come back to afterwards, talk and have the extra fun outside of the signings. But I'm trying to convince my mom to come with me right now, just to make a girls trip out of it, like extend not just from Book Bonanza but into like a week-long trip. So we'll see by June if I can convince her to go. And then in August there is Meet Me in Milwaukee, and it's like 20-30 minutes away from me. So I just got the 3-hour signing ticket option instead of the whole event option, because there isn't too many authors that I know on that list, but I just wanted to take the opportunity to read a lot of new authors, because you never know who you're going to read and really enjoy their books. So I thought that would be fun since it is so close to me. There you have it. There's just some information about me and some of the books that I read. I hope to be making some videos on book reviews, different book events, book shopping, just talking about authors and their books, and we'll see where this takes me. We'll see where this goes. So I just thank you if you have ended up here and gave my video a try. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.